Hello there guys and welcome to another episode here in Speedmax Racing for round number 6 in Italy, in Monza. So, on Tuesday, 3 days before the race, which was on Friday, I did 30 laps on time trial mode, just to train before the race, and yeah, I just made an impressive lap time on the final lap out of the 30 laps, which was a lap time of 118.704, which was a very promising lap time for me. And for the first time in F1 23, I got into the top 1% in the time trials mode in any circuit worldwide. I don't know if I am still top 1 on Xbox, but worldwide I'm top 1%. Not top 1, I'm not that fast, just like Jarnop Mir or Otis Lawrence or Thomas Bronkhart. No, I'm not really fast, although I wish I could be that fast, but yeah, I gotta work out of it. So yeah, for now it's a top 1%, but well, let's now head into the qualifying session here in Monza, and well, hope it goes well. And yeah, as you can see on these sets of tires I have available, yeah, I'll have just 3 sets of top tires as I chosen the balanced set of tire location, and I have 3 shots and I'll use 2 in qualifying. I'll save 1 for the race, and that means that in those 3 laps 2 of them will be on the same set of soft tires. So now let's leave the garage and let's make the first flying lap of the session. So on my first flying lap, I was doing a little bit decent until Paraworka, which I just made it a little bit terrible, to be honest, for me, and I crossed the line with a lap time of 119.390, which, for my surprise, puts us into provisional pole position. So yeah, I don't think that'll last long. I think someone, maybe 2 or 3, will set better lap times than mine, and that's why we'll go for 2 more times. On my second flying lap, I was setting this time on the same sets of soft tires that I've been using on the first one, and we see that Tamal set a lap time of 118.78, and despite setting the fastest sector 1, I just did terribly into Variante del Arroyo, exiting that Variante and exiting Lesmo 1. Oh, I just did terribly, and exiting Lesmo 2, I just did way worse, almost crashing into the wall. At least I didn't crash, and I have the car intact. And speaking about Miles' lap time, I think I cannot beat his lap time, because remember when I said that I set a lap time of 118.704 in time trials? Well, Jamal, as I said earlier, set a lap time just 8 hundredths slower than my time trials time. So I don't know, but I don't think I have the capabilities to beat that lap time and have chances to be on pole. I don't think I'll be on pole, but maybe I can get into the top 3, maybe into the front row, but I don't see it likely. But pole position, I think it is impossible, but maybe I can if there is a miracle and I drive as fast as I can get into the front row. Okay, so now we are on the third and final lap of the session, and we see that Fertapia is out of the session. I think he crashed exiting Ascari, and I just saw on the minimap. But getting back to our flying lap, I am on a new set of soft tires, the second one that I'll use of all the 2 sessions, and heading into Variante Reto Frio. It was a good entry, but exiting that Variante, I think I just lost like 200s, but overall I'm now improving by 900ths, almost the 10th, and we set the fastest sector 1. I don't know if I'll perform well into Variante del Arroyo, and exiting that Variante we improve by just 200ths more, and we see that Tamal set a lap time 13 milliseconds faster than his previous lap time. And I don't know, maybe he didn't need to improve his lap time because I'm not that fast, and neither are the other drivers, but maybe he will need, because I set the fastest sector 2. Maybe I can get on pole position. I don't know, but let's see. I decided to just at least beat my teammate. I don't know how fast is the top 3, and heading into Parabolica. I don't think I have gone fast enough to get pole position, but we just crossed the line with a lap time of 1:18.928, which for my surprise puts us into the front row. I was pretty happy about that thing, and yeah, I was a bit satisfied with that lap time. I knew that it was pretty hard to catch Tamal, and also Arti Moreno qualified 3rd. I was a bit surprised that I beat Arti Moreno because he's pretty fast, as we saw in the previous races, but he won't start in 3rd place. Instead, Peña will start 3rd because Arti Moreno has 2 5 places grid penalties, so maybe he was involved in 2 crashes, and as in total he has now 10 places of penalties accumulated, so now he'll start on the final place of the grid. We are only 13 runners. Vertapia and Jolton did not set lap times, and yeah, Arti Moreno will start on the final grid slot of the qualifying grid for the 6th race of the inaugural season of SpeedMax Racing. Now we are on the pre-race strategy. I decided to first lower the fuel down to 50 kilograms, and I decided to start on mediums, although I wasn't sure if I am going to do a medium hard or a medium soft, but I decided that, you know what, I'll do a medium soft strategy. And despite being just 0.003 of a second slower than doing a soft medium, but I think it'll pay well. But now we are about to begin the 6th round of SpeedMax Racing in Italy, and 5 red lights come to run, and it's lights out. The way we go, we see that Peña has jumped the start, and he has received a drive-through penalty, and I decided to go safe into turn 1, and I decided to not brake that much, but oh my goodness me, I just got rear-ended by the other drivers, and oh boy, I just got dropped down to 7th place. That is not a good start, and I decided to quickly come back, and to make things worse, Vertape is about to overtake me, and he's going down the inside into Variante del Arroyo. I decided to let him pass because it's not going to be a good risk to defend, and oh boy, I just got anchored by some drivers, but I could get away with those drivers. I decided to let Arti Moreno pass me because I don't know, I don't think it is a good option to. Ooh, there's some yellow flags, and ooh, a lot of drivers have retired, and that means that the virtual safety car has deployed because there was a enormous accident into the last mode 2, and now the full safety car has been deployed, and oh my goodness me, I just almost crashed with Vertapia. I almost rear-end him, and maybe could possibly made a race-ending crash for myself, because that could have torn up my front right suspension. And we see that Adifo is also out of the race, so we are now 9 runners in lap 2. So yeah, 4 drivers retired on the laps of lap 1, So yeah, that is just a terrible thing. And to make things worse, we are down to 7th place. That is not a good place to be. And only the 2 Alfa Romeos are just behind me, and that's it. So, well, at least I can say that if all of these drivers, including myself, finish the race, we can score points no matter which place we finish. So we need to score big points, although we can score points no matter which place we finish, but we need to score big points. I just want to get a podium, maybe the race win, but maybe a podium. That is just the main focus, the podium, but it'll be a long way to get that thing. So yeah, at first glance I was going to box 4 hearts at the end of lap 1, but I decided to stay out because I did not think it was a good gamble to go for it and stay with those tires until the end of the race. No, I did not think it was a good idea. So yeah, now let's heat up our tires and let's wait until the safety car ends. But on lap 3 the safety car ends here, and yeah, I was quite a bit surprised. I thought it was going to last another lap more, and we see the Verstappen got a terrible snap of oversteer, and I decided to overtake him, but unfortunately the FIA said it was an illegal overtake, and instead I just dropped down to 8th place. But the good thing is that I can get back my 7th place because Adbel the boss needed to sit my place back, because also got considered as an illegal overtake and I got sandwiched by the 2 Alfa Romeos. The good thing is that I did not receive any damage, but as a result I just got a terrible variante del rectificio because it was a 3 wide into turn 1, and yeah, the only driver that got terribly affected was Adbel the boss, although I wouldn't say terribly affected because he's still on my pace and I don't think he got any damages. But Vitalius spun exiting Lesmo 1 and we are up into 7th place, and we are aiming to overtake Bernie and get up into 6th place. But to my surprise, Bernie is really fast compared to the other races, and we see that, oh my goodness me, my teammate spun into Variante Ascari and he is down the order. He's down to 8th place. Meanwhile for us, we are up into 6th place. Bernie is in 5th, but I want to overtake him and we are up into 5th place. Verstappen sets the fastest lap, but heading into lap 5 Adbel the boss and also Bernie are trying to overtake me, and it is also the replica of lap 4. But I decided to back off a little bit, and the difference was that I was around the around the outside instead of being in the middle of the Alfa Romeos, and now they're trying to block me and ruin my race. So yeah, that is just a frustrating thing that I have to deal, and yeah, that is not a good thing for me. And we are now just seeing how the 2 Alfa Romeos are battling each other, or maybe it is just making slow, really slow, so I don't progress much in the race and I get stuck in 7th place. No way. Man, that is some good teamwork for Alfa Romeo in case they wanted a 5-6, and meanwhile oh boy, that was a 3 wide before Parabolica and I almost pinned because I think Adwell the boss and myself got contact, but it was just minor contact. Now DRS is now enabled and we are up into lap 6, and I decided to overtake Bernie down the inside and we head into turn 1. We brake and oh boy, I forced Bernie wide, and oh my goodness, he's forcing me wide. Exiting turn 2 and we head into Curva Grande, down the inside. I overtake him and we get up into 5th place, and we try to outbreak Bernie, and that was a successful thing, although it was a pretty scare outbreaking because it was on a dangerous corner, which was Variante La Roggio, and I could defend my 5th place. That is a pretty good news for me. So yeah, unfortunately they just went so slow that now the gap between Verstappen and myself is over, oh boy, I think it is over 8 seconds. That is not a good gap. At first glance I thought it was 4 seconds, but now I see that it is 8 seconds, and the gap between Arte Moreno and myself is 9 seconds. So yeah, if there is no safety car after this race, after these laps, I mean, I don't seem possible to get into the podium. And to make things worse, Bernie is again trying to overtake me, and I decided to do a switchback, but I just did a failed one, and yeah, it is going to be a battle to get ahead of the Alfa Romeos, but in reality I'll stay 5th because Bernie has a 3-second time penalty, and oh my goodness me, oh, that is not a good cornering. I just touched grass and I got loads of oversteering. I got terribly into Variante La Roggio, and I have to overtake these 2 drivers, but first we need to get back with the gap in order to have chances to overtake them, and we see that it is going to be an easy way because the 2 Alfa Romeos might slow down so much because they might battle for each other. They want to be the superior Alfa Romeo, and meanwhile I'm watching them, and unfortunately I did not get their DRS, especially from Bernie, because the gap was just slightly more than a second heading into the DRS detection zone. So yeah, that was just pretty bad luck, but let's wait until like a few laps so we can maybe overtake those Alfa Romeos. But oh boy, the gap between Vitalis and myself is just less than 2 seconds, and he can overtake me and drop me down to 8th place, and Mercedes are going to be in the final 2 places. The Mercedes, I'm including myself because I can get down to 8th place, meanwhile my teammate is in dead last. And yeah, we're seeing that we are getting closer and closer with those Alfa Romeos, and exiting Lesmo 2 we had DRS, and that means that gap between these 2 Alfa Romeos and myself will get shorter because I got DRS, and we see that Freddy's ERS has run out of it, and into Ascari we are seeing that there was some yellow flags. I don't know why, but let's see. But first let's overtake Bernie, although it's not going to be an easy task for me. He was blocking like there is no tomorrow, but I could overtake easily into Parabolica without even DRS. And we see that Vertapia has got terribly into Ascari, and now the gap between Vertapia and myself is 4. Oh my goodness, I was going to say 4 seconds, but no, it's just 2.2 seconds. Ah man, that is just a terrible mistake I have done while recording this. Sorry about that, but I cannot re-record that thing again because I'm now recording for like 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes. So yeah, let's move on, and it is time to overtake the boss and get back to 5th place. And maybe it'll be an easier task because he's on soft tires and I'm on mediums, so I can suspect that he's getting way terrible his soft tires because of the tire wear. And oh my, I could not overtake Adbel the boss because I decided to wait and overtake him into the main straight, so I decided to not go really fast, and instead I decided to wait until, oh my goodness me, he was also trying to get DRS from myself, but instead I got DRS from him, and now I overtake him very easily without any effort, and we are up into 5th place, and we are now on lap 10. So now let's maintain our 5th place, and in order to get more guaranteed, we are going to be more than a second ahead of Advent the Boss, so he cannot get my DRS. So now let's do that thing, and we set the fastest sector 1 because we got really fast into the main straight. So yeah, that was the reason why I got fastest sector 1. I don't think I'll get the fastest lap because I'm not getting DRS from the straight between Lesmo 2 and Ascar, and I almost spun, but I could catch the car. So yeah, I don't need to worry a lot about it, just I need to be a bit more careful. And there is some jump flags because Vertex 7 is out of the race and he crashed, and that means that there is another safety car to be deployed. And yeah, I decided to go for hards, and also my engineer recommended me to go for hards, so yeah, it is double guarantee that going for hards is a good option. So we are seeing that Arti Moreno is boxing from hard tires to mediums, although when I was racing I thought that Arti Moreno stayed out. And it'll be a double stack for Mercedes, and we see that Vertapia and yeah, a lot of drivers are boxing. I think everyone has boxed. I don't think one has boxed. I think every single driver has boxed, either for mediums or hards. But now let's catch the safety car and let's heat up our hard tires and wait until the safety car ends. But on lap 12, the safety car is in this lap. So yeah, we are about to begin racing once again, beginning lap 13, and I forgot to mention that we're up into P4, so getting podium might be not a hard task, although yeah, during on that time I was just wanting to get into the line, but I was a bit scared that Advent the Boss was just too close, that if I was into the line I could get crashed into him and maybe spin and ruin my race. But now racing is once again, and we head into Variante del Rectificio, and we see that, oh my goodness me, it was a clean getaway, pretty good. So now let's maintain our 4th place, and we see that Arti Moreno and Tamal might get into a fight for the lead of the race, and meanwhile Vertapia and myself are seeing that fight, although Vertapia has a better view than myself because he's closer with those people than myself, and maybe he can get close enough to get into the fight, and I can be the only spectator, maybe Advent the Boss joining the show for the battle for the race lead, the 3-way fight. So we are seeing that Tamal has been overtaken by Arti Moreno, and he's down to 2nd place. And meanwhile for us, Advent the Boss is trying to overtake me, and I'm a bit in danger of being overtaken by him, but I got enough speed to maintain my 4th place and not being that much in risk of being overtaken. Still, I decided to deploy my ERS until 80%, and now I'm a bit safe. Vertapia sets the fastest lap of the race, and into Variante del Rectificio there is, oh, wheel-to-wheel fight, and they're just crashed, and I just, oh, no way. I tried to get into the inside, but Tamal blocked us and pushed us wide, and we are down to 4th place. Although I could get up into the podium, and Advil the boss is on the podium. I don't know what happened to Arte Moreno, but he's got a terrible thing that happened to him into turn 2. Maybe he got a... oh yeah, he got into the runoff area and he got overtaken by a few drivers and got dropped down to 7th place, but now he's back to 6th place, and because he overtook my teammate, and now I am trying to overtake Advil the boss and get into the podium. So yeah, I hope I can do that thing. Maybe getting 2nd place won't be a probable one because there is Tamel and Fertapia, and they are pretty fast drivers, faster than me, and meanwhile I am overtaking Advil the boss, but I did not have the enough straight line speed to overtake him. The RS is now enabled on lap 15, and we are wheel to wheel into Oriental Retifiri. Oh my goodness me, and I got a slight oversteer into turn 1 and made contact into turn 2. I got a warning, but that didn't matter that much because Advil the boss didn't spawn, so that's a good thing. At least I cannot get accused, because Advil the boss, I think, is the admin of Speedmax Racing with Bernie. So yeah, Alfa Romeo is the admin's team, so yeah, we need to play a little bit careful with them, or else they might penalize us flat out if we get into an incident. There's no need that we are reporting to the admins. They are the admins, and they can straight up penalize us if we get into a crash that the fault was ourselves. And we overtook Advil the boss down the inside into Ascario, though I did not want to do that thing because I wanted to stay behind him and get his DRS and overtake him into the main straight. And yeah, made my life harder because now Advil the boss has DRS, although he cannot overtake me, and I'm a bit safe, although not that safe because I'm not that confident breaking that late into Variante Retifrio. I have gotten into some a bit rear locks, but I don't think that hindered my confidence. So yeah, let's calm down a bit, but I don't think I'll calm down anymore because the Moreno is in striking distance to overtake me and destroy my chances to get into the podium. He got my DRS and he's planning to overtake me. I think he'll try to overtake me in the main straight. I don't think he'll overtake me into Parabolica. I don't think so. He'll maintain behind myself in order to get my DRS and overtake me because of it. What a smart guy. And yeah, I decided to not back off and let Arte Moreno pass myself because I think he'll also slow down, and I don't think it'll pay off. I don't think so. So yeah, also I was trying to I don't know, I was just hoping a miracle that I could get up into second place, maybe to the race lead, but I am thinking of Opium Dreams. And yeah, if you haven't heard about Opium Dreams, it is an expression that he or she is thinking about something that wishes that it could be reality, but it is just too impossible that it could happen. And yeah, someone got illusion about it and thought that it would happen that easily, but yeah, that's why it's Opium Dreams, because I thought, I don't know why, but I thought that I could get into second place or into the race lead. Unfortunately, as you said, as you saw into Variante del Arroyo, we just made contact and made me lose 1 second, and now we're down to 4th place. But at least I can catch him back and get his DRS. But I plan to maintain 4th place, but be more than, less than a second behind him, in order to get his DRS and be a bit fast, maybe fast enough to catch the top 2. That's a bit of my plan. So now we are less than a second behind Moreno, so that it's going to begin the plan. So let's make that thing work. But beginning lap 20, I was just so close with him that I forgot about the plan, and I decided to overtake him down the inside into turn 1, and I just braked it! No, I just outbraked him, but I just braked too late that I just got past the braking zone, and I just made a terrible mistake. I braked so late that I ran wide, that I just that cost me 2 seconds. I cut the chicken, but I decided to go really slow because I did not want to get penalized with like 5 seconds, and yeah, that is going to be a painful penalty if I did not slow down. And yeah, that is a terrible thing that happened to me. Oh man, that is just a silly mistake. I was thinking that I had the grip to to brake into turn 1 with that short distance, but no, we are on hards and on an unused set of hard tires, and I just ran wide. Yeah, it cost me 2 seconds, and I just got a bit desperate, and yeah, that was, oh man, but it's not over yet. At least I can catch him and get back into 3rd place, right? No, because on lap 23 we are still 1.9 seconds behind Arti Moreno. I just got so desperate that, oh man, I just went wide into Variante La Roja, and I just got so desperate that I just pressed full throttle too early, and I just I was just pretty angry, extremely angry, fuming at just that mistake that made me run wide and cut the chicane cost me a podium. And to make things worse, Arti Moreno got a 3-second time penalty. Man, because of my despair, I pressed the throttle so much that I crashed into a wall and damaged my front wing. Now I'll box to replace my front wing. Just made some silly mistakes. I'm stupid. Fucking idiot I am. I cannot believe I have done this. And I was just so angry. I was just no, let's move on. I don't want to talk this anymore. Let's forget. No, this is a race to forget. But still, I would feel bad if I just ended the video just like that. So we are going straight to the end of the race. I set the fastest lap of the race with a 120.861 and overtook Albert the Boss 1 lap earlier, and we crossed the line to finish 5th place. And yeah, seeing how many seconds Arti Moreno got me, which was 28.8 seconds, I don't know, but if I had made that mistake, maybe I could still drop down to 4th place. But yeah, finishing 5th is way worse than finishing 4th, and even worse, I finished behind my teammate. It's not the first time I finished behind my teammate. In Kota I finished behind my teammate, but yeah, this time it was entirely my fault. of these mistakes I have done. Yeah, I could have done way better, and yeah, I could get into the podium if I had made those stupid mistakes, idiotic mistakes. And yeah, I was just an idiot in this race, man. But at least I'm not forced to live that day forever, and at least I can move on and get prepared to the next race, which is going to be in Las Vegas. So yeah, they decided to cut like almost half of the calendar, and instead of the next round being Brazil, which is going to be round 7, they decided to get straight to Las Vegas and remove 4 races, and thus Las Vegas being the final race of the season. So yeah, but before we talk more about it, let's head to the race results. The Ball maintained his pole position and converted into a win. Then Verstappen made an amazing comeback from 11th to 2nd place. Also Arti Moreno from dead last to 3rd place. Marco La Paz and myself made a Mercedes 4-5. Then my team, Admiral the Boss finished 6th place. Then Bernie, who finished 7th. Then Vitalius, who finished 8th and last position. So yeah, we weren't a lot of participants, and yeah, that meant that they decided to cut off 1/3 of the season, and yeah, the final race is going to be Las Vegas on the next week, and they decided to, yeah, I think after Las Vegas there won't be any more of Speedmax Racing. I think they'll close that league, and with that might be the end of Elite Racing League after 11 seasons. Yeah, Elite Racing League has ended, although it ended a season earlier, but I consider it as Elite Racing League because of Speedmax Racing merging with SLS and that league. But yeah, I think with those circumstances, I think it is officially over. Rest in peace, Elite Racing League, from 2021 until 2023. Well, we have a race to do in this league in the next week. But before we end this video, let's move to the championship standings, which is after this race in Monza. So, for Tapia, I think he's the world champion now. With 146 points, he has won every single race except Monza, which has won by Tamal. Then in 2nd place is Angel Roberto with 44 points, and that's why I said that Verstappen is the world champion. Then, I don't know how, but I am in 3rd place, tied with Angel Roberto. The reason why I am in 3rd place is because Angel Roberto has podiums and I don't have any podiums. And yeah, so I need to beat him in Las Vegas, but I need to also pay attention with Tamal, because despite being in 8th place, he has 25 points and he has won the race. So if he wins another race in Las Vegas and Roberto and myself doesn't score points, he can get straight to 2nd place. And if I score a point and Tamal wins the race and Roberto doesn't score points, I would still be in 3rd place and Tamal would jump into 2nd place in the championship. So yeah, I need to to practice in Las Vegas in order to have real chances to get into the podium. 4th place is Dalton with 40 points. Then my teammate with 36 points, I think so. Let me check. Yeah, it is 36 points. Then Nove with 28 points, the highest scored driver that is a reserve one. Then Arti Moreno with 27 points, and the only 2 races he scored was in the last 2 races. Then Tamal, then Vitalius, then Toscano, which he only finished 2nd place in Japan round 2, and yeah, that's his only participation. Then Topitu, then Alan, then Valian, then Silent Mexi, then Rodisbala, then Adirfo, then Sunshine, then El Copramen, then Paradox 7, then La Puntitoya, then Peña, then Tachala, then Bernie, then Sammy, then the Alex, then Charlie, then Luis, and the final driver who has scored points, which is in 28th place, is Android, although, yeah, he has only scored a point and the other drivers haven't scored any single point. I don't know how many, but they aren't in the championship image. So there you have it, guys. Round 6 of Italy is over, and see you guys in the final round in Las Vegas. Goodbye.